Hello everyone. We apologize for the delay. We had some technical issues here, but thanks a lot for joining. So, as you know, we had planned to organize this event offline in a hotel, but we couldn't do it because of pandemic. And I called you and we spoke, and you said you suggested for an online event. But first, let me check if you are able to hear me clearly. Could you please type in the chat and say yes if you can hear us? Could you please type in the chat, please?
No, we couldn't unfortunately reschedule, but we will conduct such type of
Yes.
webinars
So,
later.
because there are many people watching this stream, and we should continue at this point. But yes, so if you contact us, we can have one-to-one discussion and have one more meeting if you're extremely busy at this point. So, but can you hear us? Can someone reply and confirm it by saying yes in the chat, please? Waiting for your responses to continue. Can anyone hear us?
Okay, well, let's continue.
All right.
Yeah, I think if there is any problem, if you can't hear us, just write to the chat. Otherwise, we continue.
All right. So now starting with today's part of the presentation, so which is how to grow your online coaching business. So in this part, we have few topics for you. Now, what is GetCourse? How GetCourse was started, how it was launched, and how is GetCourse successful? And the second point is figures and about international trends, about online coaching business and different type of platforms. Next is key rules and key strategies to building a successful strategy, and we'll discuss about sales funnels and marketing in an online academy, and will help you explain about different lead generation channels. And the most important part of our tool, as we tried to explain you earlier, is automation as a secret. So this is very important to be a successful business, and we'll show course platform overview. We'll have a short demo tour of it with real example of schools built in GetCourse. Now let's get started. So now, who are we? My name is Sheetal Kumar Shetty, and I'm head of sales for GetCourse in India. So mainly I have 10-year experience in sales and business development with different companies. So I've worked in different regions, mainly in UK and UAE, and I have a master degree in international business from UK. So our guest Julia is the head of international business. She's the head for Indian market.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia, and I'm responsible for the Indian market in GetCourse. I have over 15 years experience in international business development, marketing and operations. I worked for big IT companies for many years. That's like Asus, Hewlett Packard, Kaspersky Lab. I believe you know some of those companies. I also was a co-founder of IT startup in UK before pandemic. I'm US first contributor. And before I joined GetCourse, I did consulting and coaching for online content creators and helped them to build their sales funnels. I have a master's degree in applied mathematics in one of Russian university. I'm a marathon runner. I run 4 times a full marathon of 42 kilometers. That's about me.
All right, thanks, Julia. So now, what is GetCourse? So GetCourse is an all-in-one platform which will help you to host and automate your online business.
Well, the company was founded in 2013 by 5 Russian IT developers, and the company started from their own online nail academy.
What's Nail Academy, Julia?
Well, that's the academy where you can study how to make your nails. For example, I'm a big fan of nails, and this is definitely for me because that's not easy to make beautiful nails.
Oh, nice. All right. Now, what is GetCourse and what are the tools which GetCourse has? Is just a brief overview before we start. So we have different type of tools integrated. One is sales, where you can create orders and offers. Process automation, so we can partially or automatically order each and every process, starting from emailings, and you can automate many more features. LMS, which is a learning management system where you can create courses, schedule your course, and provide different type of access to a course, which will be showing in the end part of this webinar. And we have our own CRM integrated here, where you can store all your users database, and you can play around with them, so you can do different groups and segments. And the next is website. If you don't have a website, you can create your new website, and also if you have a website, you can create new landing pages, create different type of offers, and attract more users. We have our own email marketing integrated with it. You can send emails, you can send one-to-one emails, you can send group emails. And as we are doing now, this webinar is done in GetCourse platform. You can conduct webinars, and you can conduct automated webinars, recorded webinars.
But this is the live webinar,
Yeah.
not evergreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just about webinars, we have you can conduct unlimited number of webinars with unlimited number of participants. For example, our record is 27,000 people at one webinar at the same time.
Yeah, that's one of the largest number of webinars we had. And we have analytics, so you have all the data and all the dashboards to make proper decisions using this platform. Now moving on, so we have one example here.
Yeah, well, we are not only have our own platform, we are very practical, and as we mentioned, we started from our own online nail academy. And this school, this is painting school, this is also our project, and it brings us about $1 million a year. And all features we have on our platform, we designed because of our needs and needs of our users. We know how to scale the business. We have very practical experience in this field.
All right. So next one. So what is GetCourse? So how is GetCourse today? So in 2001, GetCourse rapidly started expanding to international markets. So we have a gross margin value of around 1.2 billion, and we are across different countries in Brazil, Spain, India, and other countries. And with the team, we have around 250 people, and we have a client, and clients are mainly different institutes. Registered with it is 15,000 plus people, and we cover 15 plus countries. And we also have the only Russian company in GSV EdTech.
Yeah, we recently, this year they started for us with the good news. We were ranked in very prestigious GSV Global EdTech rating among 150 other companies that are most transformational companies in digital learning, and this is the only Russian company who is in this rating.
All right, nice. And yeah.
Well, and before we go to the topic about the growing business, I would like to share with you some statistic. Our users, they work in over 15 countries. And we, on a regular basis, we collect statistics about the success and we track the trends. And here are the trends. For example, in the last 2 years, we have these niches, and in red color you can see the number the percent of schools, academies that made over a million. This is 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs a month. So that's niches: financial literacy, fitness, education, relationships, languages, painting, astrology. By the way, astrology is very popular in Russia and other countries. I know that it's popular also in India.
Yeah.
Well, this is other type of niches. This professions: earning, health, personal growth, online coaching, hobby, psychology, esoterics. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, and this is the slide shows how much money our users made during the last 2 years. You can see that the biggest growth happened in the niche professions. Everyone wants to study new skills to make more money, and in 2021 we had a very big growth in this niche. Then you see health, earning, personal growth, psychology, hobby, esoterics.
Okay.
Well, financial literacy also had significant growth. Then fitness, relationships, astrology, painting, and languages.
Yeah.
Well, before we go to the main topic, just from our experience, from our experience, what we see that most of the people, they face issues when they start their online knowledge business.
Yeah. So basically, they don't know how to start, and when you say how to start, they don't know where to start and how to start the business. They invest a lot of efforts, but they don't turn out enough profits. They do all the work manually and not able to take business to new levels and earn more money. And basic thing is they don't know how to get more traffic and how to target more people and make more revenue. I think we'll take a quick break of 5 minutes here, and we'll get back to you on that. Just a minute. All right. We apologize for the delay, and we are back with our presentation. And as we explained, that these are the reasons how normally businesses face issues. Moving to the next slide.
Yeah, well, when we, from my personal experience, when people start their online business, they feel these emotions, and honestly, I faced all of them when I failed with a few launches.
Mhm.
That's about self-doubt, about depression, loss of motivation, and that happens with everyone.
Yeah. Now the bad news. So many online projects fail. Most of the business fail and only few succeed. And it's because competition is very high, and nowadays traffics are getting very, very expensive to generate more leads. So why does online business generally fail? So because people do not make enough market research, they don't study about the market and competitors, and no proper understanding about the target audience. You don't know whom to target, which age group to target, which particular set of group to target, and no automations. So no automations is where you work directly in an end-to-end day basis, and you can earn limited number of revenue. If you involve automations, automation can earn more revenue for you without your presence. So that's where you can upscale your business. And no data, no analytics. So without data, you can't make proper decision making, and you can't move in a right way. No investment into business. Like investment includes time, money, and all the resources required to make your business successful. And you need to have a clear strategy. So if you don't have a strategy, your business will fail.
Yeah, the strategy is the key actually, and let's go. There are good news actually. First, online education market is in growing, and actually that's growing all around the world. From our experience, I can say that your market is not saturated yet. You still have a few years before competition will become really high, and you have time to find your place on this market. And also you have all the opportunities to even create new niches and become a leader in your industry.
Yeah.
Well, now let's talk to the subject of this webinar about building a successful strategy. Well, there are 5 steps that you need to follow to create the strategy before you go to build your online business, before you launch everything. First of all, you need to find your niche. Then learn about your target audience. When you understand who is your target audience, conduct interviews with them to match if your goal is match the market's reality. Then also learn competitors, set up your product line and pricing, and in the end design your strategy of your sales and marketing approach.
Yeah.
Well, so how to find a niche? First of all, if you still don't know what to sell, check a popular niches. Use Google Trends. Just add the request, and you will find if this niche is popular or not. For example, if you are expert in, let's imagine, digital advertisement, and you teach people how to launch advertisement on Google and Instagram, you can add phrases like Facebook, Instagram advertisement, and found how many requests every month there is on Google. If there is a lot, you can it means the niche is popular. Then just think what niche, what have already been giving you an income, and check any gap in the market. What does the market need but nobody offers it? This is actually startups approach. When we find something that is not covered, this is the best option to cover this gap.
All right.
And what help you to be successful? This is not only our experience. This is just international trends. If you have followers on your social media or just a database, if you have public speaking experience, that will help you. If you also have media publication experience, that's a good benefit, because people will search you and they will trust you more. If you already have feedback from your users and you have cases, that will be helpful. And if you have program that has unique techniques, all these points, they are factors to be successful.
Yeah. Now, how to learn your target audience? Now, you should basically describe 4 to 5 profiles of your audience, so which is mainly with including sex, age, marital status, profession, geography, interests, needs, and fears. And you should find potential users in among your friends or on social media, so where you can conduct an interview and ask your questions with them.
Mhm. Well, so how to conduct interviews with your audience? There is a very simple formula. That's 15 minutes talk, 10 interviews, and 5 questions. That won't take a lot of money from the people you ask an interview, but it will give you a lot of information.
Yeah. And what are the questions you should ask? So you should ask, tell me about your topic. Topic can be, tell me about your business and what do you generally sell and what are your services. Now you can also ask, what is your biggest problem in your business. So it's mainly to understand the pain areas and how to solve this issue now, and what will help you solve the issue. So it's basically you're asking your users like, what do you need so that you can solve your pain areas, and how do you get information about the topic, and what do you read, what communities do you belong to. So this question is mainly to understand what type of resources he uses and what communities he is registered to.
Mhm. Okay, and when you conduct interviews, be sure your topic has a high demand in the market. And these things you should check during the interviews. Do people talk about your topic? Do people ask about that? And do competitors miss something in their products? Mhm. Well, so when you first decided about your niche, you learned your audience, conducted the interviews, then go to analyze your competitors. How to do that? First of all, that's a very simple way to Google similar topics. Then check competitors' website and their social medias to understand what they are doing. I always recommend to create a special file, to make a table and write down all the information about 5-10 the main competitors, to understand their profile. And also, you can use services for insight about your competitors. Let's go next. Mhm. You can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how to analyze your competitors? So you have different websites to check number of visitors, different source of traffic. So similarweb.com is one website you can check, and you can check website platforms of different companies, which payment gateways they use, and other technical things to the second website listed, which is appalizer.com. And you can see if it's a business company and they're running Facebook ads through Facebook C Pixel Helper. And Facebook library, you can check for the Facebook ads through Facebook
Yeah,
ads
this is
library.
my
Yeah.
favorite tool actually. if you go to Facebook library, you can find not only you can find everything about your competitors. If they launch advertisement, you can find the images, the text to the advertisement, how long they run campaigns, and it can give you ideas. For example, if you can find the campaign that is still live and it was launched a few weeks ago, it means the messages and creatives are working, and you can you can do something similar.
Yeah, and we can see Vibha's question in the chat. Can we test with two speakers? Yes, we can do it with two speakers. We do two different screens too, and you can do it with two different locations too.
Yeah, just we now in Mumbai and we just sitting together, but yeah, it's possible to stream from different places and use a few speakers. And I see this is asking Vibhas. Yeah. Well, we talked before, and we can show you just separately how to organize such kind of streaming through OBS and YouTube. That's all connected with GetCourse.
Next. Now we discussed about product line. What is a product line? So product line is logically constructed product chain based on disintegration of the main product, and it needs a target audience. So what is the objective? A regular sales from acquaintance with the free product to the purchase of the main product, and subsequent additional sales of other products. So this is the product line.
And usually the typical product line for online academies looks like this. You start from lead magnets. Lead magnets is the free products that you provide your audience to build the trust, to provide you cases that can be something useful videos, feedback from your users, useful materials that can solve the potential leads problem. Then you sell a cheap product that is called tripwire to let your audience test your product. But then the main goal for you is to sell your main product. When you sell it, and if your users are happy, you can upsell them and you can suggest them additional products. And if they are happy, they trust you, you can suggest a high ticket product that costs much more than your main product.
Now, how to set up pricing? So to set up pricing, you should check your competitors, understand what pricing is in the market, and what is the lowest and what is the peak level pricing. And you should test your pricing with starting from the lower intermediate section, and you should increase it step by step. And also you should keep in mind your unit economy or unit sales doesn't go negative. It should be positive.
Yeah, do you know about the unit economy? That's when you should sell product. The cost of your user should be less than the price of your product. In this case, your unit economy is positive. Well, and this is the example of one of our users. They run cryptocurrency course. So what we can see here, they split their course for 3 packages. And the first one, it can be a tripwire. It doesn't cost much, but has limited features. The main product, advanced package, that includes Zoom consultations with teacher. That's what is not included in the first package. And the last product, that's like high ticket product, enhanced package, when they included web chat, question answers sessions, bonuses. So when you create your course, always think how you can split it to different packages and make it like tripwire, main product, and high ticket products.
Now, how to design a strategy? So decide first. You should decide how you will sell your courses. Mainly by choosing a sales funnel. Is it, are you selling it through digital marketing, webinar, word of mouth? And once you choose one or two strategy, you can design a map. On the right hand side, you see a sales funnel which was built for one of our events in Bangalore, and we'll explain much more deeper in this later. So once you make a plan, you build your sales funnel. So you plan everything, including your resources, money, time, tools. So this most of it can be automated using your tool. So which
Yeah,
one
and
is
this is actually the key of success. When we build a house, we don't build it just okay. Let's build today this things, tomorrow this thing. We usually plan it carefully and in advance. We design a map how we will do that. The same with online academy. Before to start, plan everything. How you will conduct webinars, what will be included in your process, and only that just test it and start. Okay, let's talk now about sales funnels and marketing for online academy. Okay.
Now, what is a sales funnel? So sales funnel is typically a lead which passes from first contact and to different processes till he purchases. So once a lead registers till he purchases, so that's the entire sales funnel. So this can be automated, as I said. On the right hand side, you see a lead where he's registered to a landing page, and it's automated way where you send a thank you email, and we send a registration email, and you can add furthermore. On the further right, you can see a bit bigger process where you can send reminders and validation call. So this is entire sales funnel.
Yeah, this is a real example from our funnel. When we planned our events, for example, in Bangalore, we had a live event. We, before to create automation on GetCourse, we created a map. We described everything what should be included in our process. We set up it once, launch it, and we do nothing.
Yeah.
Well, there are about sales funnels types. There are four typical and the most popular funnel types. First is direct sales from a website. This is the simplest way when you redirect your leads from advertisement to your website. But this type of sales funnel has the lowest conversion rate. Unless you are very famous person or brand that everyone's know. Otherwise, you will need to build trust with your audience first. How to do that? You can use, for example, the channel via a cheap tripwire. When you send your leads to your website and suggest first something cheap, and then you receive your leads buy the product, and you collect the information and start working with them. Then the most popular sales funnel is free webinar or masterclass. When you conduct a free event, for example, like we are doing it now, and you collect your leads contacts, and you work with your leads to convince them to buy your product, to join your courses, to do what your product is. This sales funnel requests usually from 1 to 3 weeks to build. It includes a lot of elements like warming up emails, lead magnets, and all other information. For example, for this webinar, we didn't do a lot of things because, well, we decided to switch from offline event to online and just spent a couple hours to build this channel. But usually, when we prepare webinars, we include a lot of elements there, and many online academies, for example in Russia, they have a very complicated funnels to interact with their audience. And the last one, typical funnel, is when you conduct 3-5 days free program. In Russia we called it marathons, when we give people useful information, and during those days they understand that we are experts in the field, and then they convert to our users. Okay.
Now, what does a sales funnel include? So, sales funnel includes landing pages, lead magnets, survey can be questionnaire forms which are sent online to users, emails, text messages, WhatsApp messages. You can conduct webinars and send offers, automation, and your own courses, as which can be included in the sales funnel. Now, yeah.
Well, this is the example of typical webinar sales funnel. Maybe we can switch to Mira and explain all the elements.
Yes. So now, just a minute, please. So now you see on the screen